Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Hakim's Odyssey, Book 2, From Turkey to Greece, by Fabien Toulmé and published by Graphic Mundi. Alright, so we did a review of the first graphic novel of Hakim's Odyssey. This one's been out for a few weeks. I've wanted to do a review of it, but I'll be honest, it is a tough read. Not difficult to read, not taking a long time. It's just an emotional journey that is it's rough. It's really, really rough. It's kind of hard to get to points and not choke up, especially as a father in what is depicted. So this is a story about a guy named Hakim who is a refugee from Syria. The first book was his first part of his journey. A lot of time in Turkey, and or up to getting to Turkey. And we get to see his journey of how unstable it is, like how difficult it is to find a job, how difficult it is to get the right papers, how difficult it is to start a life anew. In the first book, we learned everything. The issues in Syria, why he fled. We get to see him meet his wife and her family, who are absolutely wonderful. And in this book takes the next level. The first book ended that she was pregnant. He was still unsettled. He and her family, Hakim and his wife's family, were working to try to find a future. In this one, there's a plan of attack, and unfortunately we see the family split. His wife and her father, her mother, her family head to France, which leaves Hakim by himself with their son. And it's difficult. It's really, really difficult. Hakim has to somehow balance making a living with taking care of his son at the same time. In a country that's not all that welcoming, that he can't really find steady employment. We see him get screwed over a bunch by so many. And then they make the fateful decision that he needs to get smuggled to Europe, that they need to pay smugglers and risk life and death for him and his son to attempt to find a future. It's a difficult, heart-wrenching read. I mean, I think it is impossible to read these graphic novels and not recognize the broken system that currently exists. I don't know what the answers are. I just know what currently exists doesn't work. That these people are not treated like humans. They're not treated with dignity. And it just fuels a corrupt system at every level. From the government level to the smugglers to the individuals just taking advantage of other individuals. It's an amazing read. It is... the thing that I think's great about it, and that it's not completely depressing, is this is Hakim's story. He's telling it. The way the story is actually structured is Fabien is sitting down with Hakim, and Hakim is telling Fabien his experiences. So we know Hakim most likely lived. That unless there's going to be some twist at the end of being like, this was just a composite of a whole bunch of... that Hakim has survived, and he's with his wife, and they have a family, a bigger family. So at least they're a happy ending. It looks like if there is a bait and switch on this, it's just gonna throw me in a depressing spiral. Be honest. So at least there's happiness to come. This is just the difficult, messed up journey to get to that happiness. It made me angry, it made me sad, it made me just, as a father, I think Hakim's kids, I think he says 2.5 at one point. I mean, my daughter's not much older, she's a year older than Hakim's kid, his son. And, I think of what would I do if I was in this situation? Like, I don't think I could have handled it the way he handled it. I probably would have broken down so much easier for so many, many reasons. And it's just, as a father, it just hit me so much. Like, what would I do? Could I handle it? Like, what, yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a read. It really is a hell of a read. So again, like, this is not, it's educational. It's educational in a great way. It's entertaining, and there are so many points of humor to it. It's humanizing. It really is humanizing. I mean, I wish I could take every jackass, anti-immigration, refugee, and just have them sit down and read this and challenge them and say, read this and try not to feel for these individuals, and not and try to deny that shit's fucked up. Like, this is the reality. It puts the reality out there. And you know what? It's a reality I don't know. It's a reality I haven't experienced. It's a reality I hope I never know. But it's reality. And this is Hakim's story. And I think it's doing an amazing job, not just telling his story, but I think it also is, it's so many other stories that it really is. I think it's an amazing journey. It is reality. It's the truth. It's just, this is one person, and there's so many others who experience this daily, and it's just, yeah. I mean, the art is fantastic. It reminds me a lot of Guy Delis, who I love his artwork. I just really like the style. I think it's so great for graphic journalism, graphic memoirs, and it's just a style I really like. And yeah, I mean, it's another amazing volume. I can't wait to read the next one. My words just don't do this justice. It's really amazing. It really is a truly amazing piece of work. I loved the first book. I think it was one of the best things published last year, and I think this one will absolutely be that as well. If you want a true story, a harrowing journey, check it out. It's an amazing piece of work. And honestly, I think you don't necessarily need to read the first volume to read the second one. I think that's also what's really impressive to me. But well worth it. Pick it up and go check it out. Out now in comic shops, out now in bookstores. No excuse. Go get this. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We do have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. By doing that, you help support our site. So thank you. And speaking of support, I want to thank Graphic Mundi for hooking us up with the review copy. And of course, thank you all for watching. If you want latest graphic novel news, comic news, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.